Welcome back to another episode of Big Tuna and the Squid. I'm one of your hosts. I'm the Big Tuna.
I guess I'm the other one, the Squid.
You are the Squid.
I am the Squid.
You have a very, very fun hat on today.
Do I?
You
do I look different?
What did you do to your hair?
What did I do to my hair? I didn't know it was different.
Yep.
Yeah. I did it like 2 weeks ago. Just kidding.
Something's different.
Isn't that what we all say? I did it like you just noticed, and I did this 2 weeks ago. No, yeah. So you like my new Squid attire?
Do. It's wonderful. Where did that come from?
It was a gift.
Really?
Yeah.
Who got that for you?
Yeah, it was actually my sister.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
All right.
So got home and from Nationals, and there was a Squid hat waiting just for me. Isn't that great?
That is awesome. I love that.
Which reminds me, like, we're never really alone, right? When we're doing different things. And
Very true.
Cool. So
yeah,
we kind of carry our family or our friends with us. I think we had a great time in Nationals, and to come home and know that there was a bunch of people cheering for us. And I know we already talked about that with Coach Brendan. And
yes.
Coach Brendan was awesome, wasn't he?
Yes, he really was. Yeah. That was an amazing episode. What
was your big takeaway?
I had quite a few. My biggest probably was his attitude on the pool deck and how he tries to keep it fun and relevant. And he's just so knowledgeable. He has a great tone about him. I loved his energy. I mean, and that's how he is all the time. I've seen him outside of the coach's basement, and he just brings a lot of energy. So it translates to the kids that he coaches, and I was just so excited to talk to him and pick his brain a little bit.
I know, get a little bit of that knowledge dropped on us, and I think so too. I think seeing him on deck and working with some of us, because he's done some of our
clinics,
guest coach clinics, and always bringing a lot of knowledge and
always bringing the heat,
passion,
Coach B.
Fun, yeah,
for sure, sure,
challenging us. That's what I love.
Yes,
that we're always challenged, and that's good. And I think one time we even were working on our going off the block.
Yeah,
and I mean, truly going off the blocks, not in our segment, but diving off the blocks, and brought some great knowledge there, and helped a lot of our swimmers.
Yes, he did.
With their starts.
Yeah. Especially me.
And our starts have been getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there's so much to it. Like there's a cadence to it, but there's also there's thoughts that you have to keep in the forefront of your brain coming into the wall. It's like, not just starts, but turns. And I kind of lump them together now, starts and turns. So those thoughts are in the same block in my head. But the cadence to it was like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the steps to having like a really good start. And even things like, for example, just thinking about where in the water you're going prior to jumping. It's a really simple thing, but it's so impactful, because what if you just keep putting it a little further every time, which is where that ended up going.
And still not flopping, right?
Right. Yeah.
Going out a little further.
A little arch. You got to, point your toes and all the things.
Don't lean too far back. Don't lean too far forward.
And then you get into it, and then there's like over explaining. So, and I like to keep it simple, the KISS method. So I always try to find the 1, 2, 3.
And I like that. I like that stepped approach, because sometimes we just need practical help.
Approach, yeah.
I know for myself, I'm like, okay, but what do you want me to do? Like, what's the next step?
Yeah.
And I think keeping it practical, and sometimes we think that watching swimmers, that it all just clicked together one day, and maybe it does, but there was a lot of work that went into that, a lot of going through those steps to be able to have that great start or that great turn.
And I always enjoy finding out those things, the steps. But like you, I'm always like, all right, what's the next one? What's the next level? I've been like that since Mario Brothers. So,
well, who doesn't love a good game?
Yeah.
I don't know that at Mario Brothers. Well, no, we did have Mario Brothers. I won't even go back to the days of asteroids, but that's a different story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
anyway, speaking about games, could it be time for
some
Our drills?
Yeah, let's do a little trivia on the drills.
3 on 60 is always our goal. We never usually hit it, but
All right.
there's always possibilities.
I'll fire the first one
All
on
right.
the top.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you only got 3. 2.
Well, approximately how many clubs are in the Delmarva Swim Association?
Ooh. I don't know. That's a great question.
Any guess will do. But you should probably be very close.
The pressure's on 20.
You were really close, but not close enough. 23 to 25.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. That's exciting, though. It shows you
Yeah.
how important swimming is to our state.
And growing.
And growing. I do love that. All right. How many lanes are planned for the first state aquatic center competition pool?
Oh, it's going to be a 10 lane.
Of course it is.
That's right.
What else will we have?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to be a 10 lane.
Oh, we've got time. Quick,
Okay.
quick. Let me get this time.
All right. What stroke is the fastest in competitive swimming?
It depends on who you ask, but I would say freestyle, or also
It was
known
a
as
buzzer
crawl.
beater, and you got it right. So
Yeah,
good job.
I say that because in freestyle, right? Well, there's the actual front crawl stroke that we call freestyle.
That actually is a
But the competition freestyle or the competitive swim means that you could literally swim any stroke during that competition.
That was one of the first little things the first little nuggets I learned in one of the practices was freestyle literally means whatever you can do to get there, right?
Yeah, as long as you don't touch the bottom.
Right.
Yeah, don't touch the bottom. But yes, but typically that front crawl or that front stroke that we call freestyle is usually the fastest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I've seen some extremely fast flyers. In fact, there was somebody at Nationals that did I don't remember, it was like the 1500 all fly.
Wow.
I know.
That's-
Still amazes me. I probably mentioned it last time, but it's still
incredible.
Impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking about impressive things.
Well, impressive. We actually did that in a minute.
Oh,
I don't know if you noticed that. We'll have to see.
yeah.
We'll have to see.
For us, it'd be like, oh, here's another packet of baby food from your bag.
Yeah.
Anyway, or fish food.
That's what I was going to go with.
Swedish fish. All right. But talking about impressive people.
Oh, it's time for our social kick, isn't it?
So excited because we have somebody all of our guests are always inspiring, but certainly
Absolutely.
looking forward to talking to our next guest, Sean Saxton, about his accomplishments. And we have today with us a professional triathlete.
We do.
We do. So
Yeah.
excited. So stay tuned for our social kick.
We'll be right back with Sean Saxton. Thanks to our host and sponsor, First State Aquatic Center, a nonprofit organization with a mission to be Delaware's premier aquatic complex, building community through education, competition, and wellness, and a vision to position Kent County as the Mid-Atlantic's hub for aquatic advancement. And welcome back. I'm so excited right now. With us, we have Sean Saxton, and the Squid has done a little bit of a wardrobe change.
I have. Like the magic of cameras and TV.
I love it.
I know,
I
right?
love it.
Well, it's a serious time, right? Our social kick. Fun, yet serious. Don't want to distract.
Well, we have a very serious athlete with us today. So I'm going to start it off with a serious question, and I want to know what's in the swim bag.
Ooh, man.
What's that one thing that you can't leave without?
Goggles.
There you go.
Nice.
Goggles, swim cap. Fins, paddles, buoy, and I'm working on my snorkel.
Nice.
That's about
All
it.
the tools in the bag.
That's about
right?
it.
All the swim tools in
I
the
just
bag.
got a snorkel maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. I think I've used it 3 times.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
I don't.
Okay.
I'm really struggling with it, actually. I really wanted to spend some more dedicated time with it. I was battling a little bit of a shoulder thing the last couple of weeks, so I just been trying to get through working through that before I started throwing some other things at it. But yeah, my intention's there.
How do you like the snorkel?
I still struggle with it, so especially with flip turns. So I still open turn, but I've gotten up to where I can do about 1,000 with it without sucking down water.
Wow.
Nice.
But flip turning and then trying to blow it back out, like I still struggle with that rhythm. So I
It's a whole thing.
It is. And it's like, if you don't do it consistently, like if I go back to it now, I'm going to be like, oh boy, I
How do I do this again? Yeah.
So it's like, you know, and we use a little bit in triathlon, like just like body position and body awareness. But yeah, right now I'm not using it nearly as much in my sets. So I'm like, oh boy, when I go back to it, I'm going to need it really every day.
Nice.
Every day.
Nice. Well, speaking of which, with your swimming, you're a triathlete. So I heard, though, that you were known back in 2021. You did 146 miles of biking, and it was to raise awareness for cancer and maybe was it fundraising and just awareness? Tell us more about what happened.
Yeah,
with that.
totally. So during COVID, of course, when all events were closed, I was coming off a stress fracture I had from the previous summer. So I hadn't done a triathlon in about a few years, and I was doing all this training. And, you know, you're out there in the summertime, like doing these long rides, like we're just training. And I'm like, man, like I want to do something with this. And, you know, you see everyone doing these like backyard ultras, you see everyone like raising money around the world, you know, everyone's getting connected on social media. And I was like, man, like, why don't I try something? And I saw people doing these like cross state things and all these different stuff. I'm like, well, wait a second, like it's Delaware. It's not that long. Like I think it's pretty doable, you know? What the heck, you know? So I talked to my coach at the time. We found this route called the Delaware Bicycle Route 1 path, which was like a bunch of back roads. And it's like little signs that you'll see on the back roads. It's like a green bicycle. And it's all connected
seen that, yeah.
Yeah, from like the top of Delaware all the way down to there at Fenwick Island.
Wow.
You know, right before Ocean City. So yeah, I mean, we found out if you connect it all, it's like 146 miles. So we're like, okay, like let's do this. And
That's incredible.
I wanted to raise some money. I'm like, I want to do something. And so I had an aunt that passed away from cancer about 2 years before COVID. So I actually reached out to a nonprofit organization called Cancer Support Community Delaware. I said, hey, like I'm gonna ride my bike 146 miles. I want to raise money for you guys. I'm just gonna do it through Facebook and link it. They're like, oh, okay, cool, wow, okay. So I got talking to them, and we kind of like got connected. And so that first year, there was like 3 of us that did it. We raised about $5,000.
Wow.
So they're like, hey, like we would love to make this like an actual event. We want you to come back and do this the following year. I said, excellent. So
That's incredible, Sean. Like,
yeah, thank you. So the following year, I went back and did it, and I set like I wanted to make it an official event. So I did like a World Ultra Cycling certified course kind of thing, and got like this record through that. And the second year, we raised $8,300.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you navigate learning that having it certified was important?
Yeah, so I just like started researching like ultra cycling stuff, and like if there is like a certification process, like if you want to do it on a certain course, like a cross state thing, like people do that, and I didn't realize it. So I just like researched like I found like World Ultra Cycling Association. I was like, okay, this must be the people, and I reached out to them. I did this whole, I had to have a referee out there. I had to have my bike checked, my equipment. I had to document everything. I had to send in the course maps. I had to send in my time. I had to send in like if I had any like police officers out on the course, I had to get like things checked.
So
all
it's
this
not
stuff.
just show up and ride. It's
Exactly.
a lot of pre-planning. There's a lot of things to be done prior to something like that actually happening.
Yeah, because we had like, okay, we're gonna like drive up there. We're gonna start at 7 a.m. on the dot. Okay, I got done by like 2:30 in the afternoon. You have to document all that, and then you have to like sign in all this paperwork. And
Wow.
so yeah, it was kind of cool.
That's
so,
impressive.
yeah.
That is impressive.
Thank you.
And
That's
then
amazing.
we kind of changed a little bit. I mean, because his life is full. His life is so full of amazing, impressive things.
It is.
I'm not going to remember this, so I'm going to read it right off here because we talk about the headlines. Somebody was in the headlines, and the headlines read, "Saxton returns to Ironman to win for his dad."
Yeah.
Wow, that's exciting. Well, for numerous reasons, right? The fact that you won that, and the fact that it was for your dad.
Thank you.
Take us through that a little bit. What inspired you? How did you keep going through that Ironman? I know Tell us a little bit about like an Ironman.
What's an Ironman?
You know. And
Yeah. So it was an Ironman 70.3 event, which is considered a half Ironman. So a full Ironman is 146 miles. 140.6 miles. 70.3 is half of every distance. So it's a 1.2 mile swim, 56 miles on the bike, and then you run a half marathon after that.
Wow.
Right, and then all that's doubled in a full of every single leg. So that's like a full work day if you do the whole thing.
Full work day for you. Maybe it would be like
that'd take me a week.
Full work month.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that sure. I did 20 miles of hiking in one day, and I was done. Like to think about, hey, let's go get on a bike and ride about 13 more miles.
That's where I stop. It's the exiting the water, I go to my car. So.
Hey, no harm, no foul.
But that is so impressive. So,
I appreciate that.
So this was this in Michigan?
Yes. So actually, then this is kind of interesting, the story. So 2 weeks before I did that record attempt on the 146 mile challenge of mine for the cancer support group, I had done my first half Ironman.
Wow.
So I did that with my dad. He actually went up with me. So I was 23 at the time. It was in Frankfort, Michigan. I've never been up there before. Neither had my dad. We made we drove up there from here. So actually at that race, I qualified I won my age group. I qualified for 70.3 World Championships the following year.
Wow.
And then my mom was actually she was back home kind of helping with the cancer support group and kind of I would say being my manager in a way. And so then when I came back home, I was okay, full focused on that ride for the charity ride. So that was kind of meaningful because that race, the first year I did it in 2021, fell on my dad's birthday.
Wow.
Okay. And so then you fast forward to 2024. Long story short, I had plans. I was actually living in the Midwest at the time, and I had plans to meet up with my dad and my mom for that race again. We were going to go back to it. My mom had never been. I wanted to introduce my dad to some people in my life at the time. And so yeah, my dad passed away a week and a half before that race.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Pretty suddenly. We spent some time in the hospital together. Actually, I was swimming the night he passed. I was swimming at a pool up north near Christiana, and the pool was named after a guy. My dad's name was Joe, and I saw this sign next to the clock, and I'm gosh, what is that? And that pool was dedicated to a guy named Joe.
Wow.
I was okay, this is really weird.
Yeah.
And then that night I get a call from my mom, and I arrive and we get to be there. So I didn't go do the race in 24 because it was just emotionally too much.
Yeah.
And he was really excited to take my mom up there because she had never been. So I had this thought in my head. Even then I was okay, what happens if I come back next year? I come back, right? So I took some time off, kind of rethought things, had some changes in my life, kind of lost my grandmother about 7 months after him. So it was really, my mom and it was a hard time. But and then I remember talking to my coach a year ago this week, and I said, hey, I got to go back. I got some things I got to do.
Right on.
I got to do that race. So he's yeah. So we just planned out this whole big summer of training, and I just holed up with mom and just friends, family, and just trained.
Yeah.
Just put in the work, did what I needed to do. I was okay, you know what you got to do. And so we went back, and I got to take my mom up there. So I did the same drive I did with my dad, but now I'm behind the wheel and my mom's in the passenger.
Wow.
So we go up, we make a whole trip of it, stay in the same place. I'm pretty sure we had about the same room.
Wow.
So I was okay, this is weird. What universe, what's going on? And so lo and behold, I was in second place at mile 69 of the race in position. And then I made a move and I said, forget it, let's go for it. I could see the guy. Come to find out, I actually knew that guy. I'd raced him before many years prior in Delaware, in Bethany Beach actually. And so I made a move and I ran my last kilometer at mile 69 at 5:04 per mile pace, and I just closed really hard and I won the race in the last mile.
Wow.
So I didn't know what to do. I just grabbed that finish line tape, and there's a picture. I just put it in my mouth.
I've seen that.
And I just I don't know. I don't know. And I sort of did that, and it was job done.
Wow.
So
good job.
I was oh, okay. You actually manifested what you said you wanted to do a year ago, and you kind of stuck with it. So that was, that meant a lot.
That is impressive and very inspiring, and yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
That's a lot. Yeah.
There's a lot of everything in that. I remember just kind of following along on social media, not knowing any of that. Watching your training, just outside looking in and watching your training was inspiring. And now knowing that on top of it is, thanks for sharing that.
Absolutely.
And I'm really happy that you did that and got to share it with your mom. And that's amazing.
It's a testimony to your mom and your dad and the whole family. That's
absolutely.
What a great accomplishment. Congratulations.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, what did you have, Big Tuna?
I swimming, biking, running, endurance sports take some serious discipline. So I guess my question to you is, do you ever feel like, I had talked to a couple people, and I think they had said that you never feel alone when you're out there. How does that happen? Because I've gone out there and I'm like, what am I doing? I need to get back in the pool.
Or even when you're swimming for long distances.
Yeah.
And people have asked, well, what do you think about? Well, it just depends on where you are in a race or what kind of racing you're doing. So that's a great question. What do you think about? Where is your...
Yeah. Especially during, I'll say, the last year of my life, you realize you're actually never alone. And I really, so I do spend a lot of my time training alone, especially when I'm back home here. And you're grateful for when you get to train with others. So it almost like it's that added bit. So if you can like do it on your own, if you can get through it on your own, you're only going to be that much like better when you're around other people, right? Because of that energy.
Absolutely.
And like that energy, like in the pool, man, when you're like there and you got someone in the lane next to you, you're just like, man, I gotta keep up with this guy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing on the run or in the bike. And if you can do it and just stare at that black line or be down an arrow or on that path, like running, like, and you're doing it by yourself, if you can like cultivate that energy, like that's, I think, where the discipline comes from. And then if you can maintain that and just consistency, again, so sure. Yeah. Like, I mean, I did a 5-hour ride a couple weeks ago where I was just by myself in my head. Yeah. And it's peaceful. Yeah. But then I also am grateful for like when I get to do that with others and I get to share that, and it's like even more fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, we've talked about the Swamily and how much we love our swim family.
Oh, it's
absolutely.
And how it's so much more fun. I mean, yes, we probably all swam by ourselves in a lane, just cranking out the yards or whatever, but it's certainly different when there's a group of people and you guys did an 800 snake this morning?
We did.
Did you really?
Yeah. It's the longest snake we've ever had, I think. I mean, I've done the, all 8 lanes once before. We did it twice today. So that was really cool to be able to do. And there were like 6 of us swimming. So
that's awesome.
I love that.
4 or 5.
For our listeners too, a snake is where you swim all the lanes up and back, and you just follow each other in a line.
Yeah.
And it's a really fun thing.
We were going to go for 3, but some people walked in.
Got to share the lanes at that point, right? That's great.
My other question to you, I know that you've put yourself through some pretty extreme physical challenges. When things get hard mid-race or mid-training, or what do you find yourself leaning on, like mentally, to get through it?
So what I enjoy, and I journal about this, is like, so I kind of feel like in some ways I've kind of grown up through the sport a bit. So like I first kind of got into triathlon. I did my first triathlon like 10 years ago when I was 18. So I'm like, okay, like what motivated me and what helped me get through those things at 18 is very different now at 28.
Sure.
And I actually, I'll put a little bow on this and tie this up. What I've been through in the last couple of years, like with my dad and my grandmother, I actually am grateful for those experiences in the terms of it has helped, like they raised me and believed in me, but also like they gave me the strength to keep going. So actually like learning from life has taught me about racing, and racing has taught me about life and training too. So it's like, that motivates me because I'm like, they would want me to keep going. So when it gets hard, you know what it's like to go through real hard things now compared to when I was like 18. Like, okay, now I have now I understand like what's really important. But like, why not go full throttle? Because like, you know, I don't know how many times I'll be able to do this.
We're not promised tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah.
So go for it. What the heck?
I love that. Go for it.
And that was my mindset, like in Michigan, was like, what do you have to lose, guy? Like,
Just go.
You've been in this position before. Yeah, I failed a million times. I've lost a million times, but what the heck? Let's go explore. And I did. And that race was more so just like a confirmation to me of like, oh, okay, there's more here.
Yeah.
And like just going for it. Okay, like just go for it and see what's on the other side. And man, maybe then we'll go from there and find out. Okay, cool. So that's what we did.
Do you ever find out? I mean, it sounds like too. One, I love the gratitude, the heart there. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely.
And have you ever, like, I know for me, sometimes I'll get down on my own confidence, and when I do that, I'm not as good, right? I'm not living up to my potential. Like if I start to doubt what I can do, even if I'm not the best at something.
Sure.
And I think, like you said, just go for it. Like sometimes you just have to be like, I earn the right to be here, to work hard, or I put the effort in, and
You belong.
and you belong, right? You do. You belong. And so I love that you said that. Just go for it. Just absolutely don't hold back. That guy was right in front of you. You're like, what do I have to lose? But yeah.
I mean, if I blow up, I blow up, but you don't know until you just go for it.
Try.
Gotta go for it.
Yeah. So, and I went for it, and I remember in high school, like my coach would be like, don't look back, don't look back. I used to look back in races all the time, like in cross country and track. And he'd be like, what are you doing, Saxton? Like, come on, don't look back. And I just remember for that first time, I didn't look back.
Wow.
I just went for it. And I didn't care. I didn't care. And I think that's part of like the letting go of that. And what the letting go is of the self-doubt, of the what ifs. You know, for a split second, your mind is blanking. You're just very present. And it's almost like, maybe in some ways why we do this is like you're chasing that feeling for yourself of like getting yourself in that same space. Mm-hmm. So then you can perform to your absolute best in practice or in whatever, and work or anything. So that's what that taught me a little bit.
That's awesome. So what's next? Where is Sean going from here?
Man, yeah. So I'm doing Eagleman 70.3 this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
where's that?
Cambridge, Maryland. So,
so it's more local.
Yeah, which is nice. So kind of like just trying to be efficient. It's a flat course. Looks like decent weather. This is the one half Ironman I've done the most on like the circuit.
Okay.
It's kind of like where I sort of started too.
So it's like home?
Yes, it is. It's like a home race. It's like a home race.
Yeah.
It is. And like I know the area. Like I was just talking to my guy about my parking spot, and I'm like, hey, like I'm trying to, I'm coming back
I love
this
that.
year.
You got a guy?
Yeah.
Well, now he's like retired, so I'm like, now he's telling me I can go to park at this church. Okay, well, I'll check it out. Thank you. So, it's like, yeah. So people.
It's like you're a repeat.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're getting.
Yep.
You're getting a little better.
Yep.
More efficient every year.
Yep. And
I'm excited to see how you do.
Yeah, and that happens with other places. Like I made friends with a gentleman at Michigan this last year, and like when I go back, I'm like, hey, when I come back, I want to go for a ride in your sailboat in Lake Michigan. So like I'm planning on doing that.
Yeah.
And I've only met the guy like one time. He like volunteered at the race at the swim start.
Wow.
So you make these connections and that community, right? Your swim family, triathlon family, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you make these connections, and to me, it's like when I'm done racing, this is what it's really. This means more to me now. Now it does, especially. It means more to me now than if you win a race, whatever, or you lose a race, anything. That means more.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
That is great.
Good on you, Sean. Thank you so much for sharing everything today.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. And we look forward to seeing you, not just in the headlines, just around the pool and on deck and part of the Swamily. So
Absolutely. I'll come to a Sunday morning swim, I promise.
Absolutely. You should
Right
totally
on.
do that.
I will.
It'd be great.
We'll see you on deck soon.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, we'll be right back. Well, Sean brought up some really, really interesting points. That was quite the interview. I am going to need the Pope from the sea to return, however, before we do that.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. We did need a few tissues. I'll be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, that was,
That was touching. That was very, very inspiring.
yeah.
And just reminds us, one, to be grateful and have a lot of gratitude for the experiences that we get to have and with our family and with our own families and friends, and
live in the moment.
Live in the moment and go for it.
Yeah, big time.
Right. Go for it.
I mean, him talking about manifesting that entire thing and how he was able to catch it and not lose sight of it and live within that space. I mean, that's
intentional.
Yeah. I mean, you can't do that on accident. I don't think. I mean, it's hard enough to try and be intentional and have discipline and have all of the things that he was talking about firing at the same time and then recreating it. And
that's a lot of work. I mean, that's a lot of work, and that's a lot of attention and, like you said, focus.
Yeah.
To achieve a goal. So, I mean, and I think it also helps too when we have purpose, when we're doing it for something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah.
I think that helps.
Yeah. It's going to take me a minute to unravel all of that.
Okay. Well, while you're taking your minute, does this help?
Thank you so much. Okay. The Pope from the Sea, everybody.
Okay.
She's back. The Squid. They're looking great.
My
They're
tentacles.
looking great.
All right. Well, that was amazing. And yet another inspiring social kick and person in our family, and right here in the coach's basement.
We're so lucky.
We are.
We really are.
Nobody thought that we could ever, get people to come to a basement and talk to us about real life swimming. And
look at us go.
Look at us go.
All right. So
swim.
We do have a few comments. We do have a couple responses to go over, one of which I thought was really, really exciting to hear. One of the responses from Peyton's episode was just swim happy, which, I mean, that was the overall message I got from when we spoke with Peyton Garsney, and it was swim happy, and why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it was great. I think most of the time we do swim happy.
Yeah, but not all the time.
Not all the time. No, not when you're doing like 10 100s or.
Not even that. If you're having a bad day.
Shoulder problems.
Yeah.
But then we can activate with George's workout.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, I do love that. There's another one here. Denise reminds us you've got to have a little uncomfort to grow. So it can't always be fun, but actually that's not true. I think we can be uncomfortable and still have fun.
Find comfort in the discomfort.
Find comfort in the discomfort.
Mm-hmm.
But she goes on to say, yep, just push through it. And I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Denise, for that.
Sometimes it does help if you just kind of push through things and you say, heck with it, right? You just go for it. Keith White Rocks. He said, this is great advice for giving people long-term purpose in the pool. Fun makes everything better. That, I believe, was a comment based on Peyton's episode. So
yes.
Thank you so much, Keith White Rocks. We appreciate you watching and commenting very much.
And then, of course, here's our last one from the bleachers. At Liz Olson, I6P says, go Spiders. Do love that. Thank you, George.
It's
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do enough.
You'll have to work on that.
I'll get it right next time.
And I still think that I owe Brendan a cheer for his Krakens.
Okay.
Remember, I'm still working on it, though. I haven't
forgotten. All right. We're not doing that one yet.
No.
Okay.
I still have to finish my homework assignment on that one. So, but when we do, we will have a full-on cheer for that. So
that sounds exciting. I'm ready for that.
Well, it has been quite the journey today.
Yes, it sure has.
It's been yet another great episode right here in the coach's basement.
I think this is a good place to wrap up our episode. And I think I just want to encourage everybody out there to, just pick up anything you can from this episode. Do something, great, like a triathlon, maybe just pick up your first Eagle Man.
Yeah, just go out there and pick up your first Eagle Man.
Why not?
Why not? But truly go for it. Go for whatever that next goal is that you're working towards. Don't be afraid. And we even talked about that before.
do it afraid, right?
Don't do it afraid.
And speaking of being afraid, don't be afraid to click, like, and subscribe.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next time.
From the deck, this is Big Tuna and the Squid.